This is Papa Charlie's Stroganoff. This is not my great-grandpa's exact recipe, but it's as close as I've been able to get over the years. You're going to want to get 2 pounds of either stew meat or a chuck pot roast. I used a chuck pot roast. These are the size pieces you're going to want to cut it into. And then once you've got it all cut up, or if you just bought the stew meat, you can put it in your crock pot. And then you're going to want to put an 8-ounce container of mushrooms over the top and spread them out evenly. I used baby Bella mushrooms, but you can use whatever kind you want. These were pre-sliced. Then you're going to want to get a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and then you're going to add in a cup of beef broth on top of that. And so here is a video where I mixed them together. You don't have to mix them, you can put them in separately, but I just figured it was easier, and then you end up with a cup and a quarter of the mixture. And then you're going to get your onion soup and dip mix. You're going to need 2 packs of this. It usually comes in a box. You're going to take your onion soup and dip mix and pour it over the top of everything, and then try to spread it out as evenly as possible. You're going to put both packets in there. And then once you're done putting your onion soup and dip mix in there, you're going to season everything. I used pepper, Cajun seasoning, and then garlic powder, and a little bit of salt, but since everything is pretty high in sodium and the Cajun seasoning has a good bit of salt in it, I recommend waiting until close to the end and salting to taste. I don't measure out the seasoning, I just season to my heart's content and then taste it towards the end and see if I need to change anything. So you're going to add in your beef broth mixture, just to spread it as evenly as you can, and then you are going to put it on low, cover it, and cook it for about 7 hours until the meat is really tender. I stirred it at about the 3-hour mark and then continued to stir it every hour or so. After 7 hours, or when your meat's tender, you're going to take 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 16 ounces of sour cream and stir them together. It doesn't have to be stirred perfectly. You're going to stir more. So then you're going to add a couple of scoops of the hot liquid. You're going to mix that together, and then you're going to do this 2 more times to temper the mixture, so that way it doesn't curdle when you mix it in at the end. And then this is the second round of it, and then after your third one, this is what it's going to look like. And then you're going to add it in, and this is what that looks like. It's going to thicken up. And so you're also going to add in a 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and then you're going to cook it on high for 1 more hour. And then make your noodles towards the end of that hour. And then you have Papa Charlie's Stroganoff.